folks. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Dicking Around in the Garage. I got the 4,000-pound sawhorse table set up, and I think we're going to go ahead. If you watched last week's episode of Dig Around the Garage with the big mega Harbor Freight haul, I think we're going to go ahead and put the winch together on the plate and everything. We're not going to winch anything with it. We're just going to show you guys how to mount the winch on the hitch plate, and I got a battery. We'll make sure that the winch runs. So let me get some stuff over here and we'll get her set up. Winch hitch mount. Easy installation. We'll see about that. I guess. Wait. Rollers, right? I think. Maybe. I don't know. I think so. Maybe we should read the instructions. I know people don't like to watch the video and watch me read instructions. I had some smart ass comment on that. Well, sometimes when you're doing stuff, you gotta read instructions. And it's not real light. It's pretty heavy. Pretty good steel. The welds with this stuff is what gets me. But if something happens, I can weld it. I can weld it. Alright, so I'm going to do you a favor, just so people don't complain and piss and moan and whine, like people like to do. Off the camera, wherever I put them. Oh, they're under it. I'm going to read the instructions. Okay? So, we'll go from there, I guess. Okay, not much reading involved. There's pictures. So, you can just look at the pictures. Your brackets are going to be directional. You want that little groove inside like that on your thing. So they go one way. And I think all the bolts are about the same. And before somebody puts in the comments, you should be doing that with it stuck in the hitch of the truck. Yes, that would make it easier. But my truck's not here. So we're going to do it this way. Okay? Right here. I guess I should have looked to see. Let me peek real quick. Let me cheat. See how I want it. It doesn't say what hardware goes where. It's actually pretty cheap hardware. Those are just plastic. I bet those go on the winch just to keep it from scratching. I'll set those over there. Good luck. I don't know how we'll trust it. Well, this is just the handle. One in there. One in there. There's two. No, we don't. I don't even give you enough hardware, really. Oh well. It is what it is, I guess. Hobo freight for you. Alright, I'm going to tell you right now, when you do this, buy some better hardware. Which, I have some, I just don't want to dig for it right now. So, we gonna roll with what we got. How's that sound? Sound like a plan? You know what? I wonder. No, that doesn't make sense. Alright. Those gotta go on the inside. Shouldn't have to. Figure those would go on the outside. Yep, they gotta go on the inside. See, should have read instructions better. And something else we're going to do is flip the bolts. Alright, now we're really tearing shit up. I don't know if that's right or not. That's how we're going. Duh. Dummy. There you go. So you tighten that up, repeat the process on the other side. Let me get the winch out, and we gotta take some stuff apart. I'll go this stuff tightened up, but that's essentially what you do on both sides. You better put a bolt in the top over here, huh? Might be helpful. And then the other side will be a mirror image of that side. So let me get this tightened up. I'll get the winch out, show you what we gotta do. Maybe the truck will be back by then. I don't know. We'll see. Mounts together. I changed these because I bought the bigger winch, so I made them out as open as possible. There's several holes down here, 3, so you can adjust it, bring it in closer. And I think that's for their different size winches. So yeah, we did that, and we'll lift that up off there, and we're gonna set this on the floor. Boom. Let me get the winch. That's heavy. Is there a weight rating on this box? Well, it's a 12,000 pound winch and it feels like you're picking up 12,000 pounds. It's not like, I will say that. Not light at all. Alright. So, looks like we have some more instructions. We have some cable, which we'll need later. Have a box of something, rather. Not sure what that's for. Oh, that's a battery disconnect switch they give you. That's kind of cool. Have your hook, mounting bolts, tether, and your controller, which we bought the wireless controller. So we're just going to take this and set it over here for right now. Because we don't really need any of that stuff. Oh my. Top box. I'll set that over there as well. Roller plate, burr lead, whatever you want to call it. You know what? I'm looking at this thing, and this, I might be able to buy one of the front bumpers. And get that. So, there's all that fun stuff. Alright. Yeah, it's heavy. Breathe. Yep. Need a pair of zip tie cutters. Zip tie cutters. Alright, that's good enough. Yep, plenty. Now, how do we want to do this? Because my truck's not here. So, I'm new. Cheap. do this with it, like on your pickup truck. Trust me, it'll be easier. That's got to go through there. Somehow or another. Oh, there's two rolling holes. Now we gotta see which rolling holes will line up and which ones won't. I have to get the winch picked up some. We get a couple pieces of firewood. Not sure what those are for. I don't know. I know, somebody's gonna make fun of me. But my pickup truck ain't here. So, we're doing the best we can with what we got available to us, I guess, or not. Yeah, definitely be more patient than I am. And if your pickup truck ain't at the house, wait till it gets back. There we go. Now hopefully that'll stay there while I grab some mounting hardware. It don't have to be that hard. I promise. And it's really not. I'm going to do a lock washer and a flat washer. Maybe. Okay. Might help if we grab the right bolts. I should really read the instructions, I guess. There's bigger bolts and bigger washers. That's threaded in it. Well, alright, time out. Read your instructions. Yeah. Ah, I see. Okay, so you got a little square thing. Yeah, another little square thing. And you got another little square thing. There's slots on the side. And I'm sure all that's probably in the instructions that I read off camera a while ago. Or did I? Probably not. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. makes more sense. That makes plenty of sense. That actually makes good sense. And you have a big bolt here, which I have no clue what those are for. I'm sure it's in the instructions, if somebody would read them. But last time I read instructions doing something, I got yelled at. They're not reading instructions. I see what the big bolts are for. See, I see already. It's coming together. Who needs instructions? Oh, no, we want this bolt right here. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one we want. See? Just goes down like that. See if we got the right size socket over here. You like that. For you torque spec guys, good and tight. German. That's door. I'm sure somebody will tell me what these are for, but I don't know. And I really don't think they're all that important. That's heavy. Wow, we already got it. Alright. So, that'll go through there. No, dummy. Time out. That'll go through there. And then this will go through there. Right. And you remember these big bolts? I was wondering where they go. Well, they're going to go in here. Tell me, how about I did that wrong? Oh no, you can't have done that wrong. That's going to be tricky. That's going to be real tricky. Alright, hold on. Throw the wood down. So the idea is this bolts up to this, but it's kind of tight. to get your bingies in there. So I might use some 4-letter words and get that in there. And we'll bring y'all back in and maybe show you guys how to wire the winch. Okay, I reviewed some instructions because I did glance over them. I didn't read them in depth, but I did glance over them. But before we get into that, your control box, there's just 4 Phillips head screws that mounts up here with, right? Now, between the two, the instructions in here tell you to essentially do it the way I did it, just with it in the hitch of the truck. Problem you run into is you can't get your fairlead nuts on the bolts. So you have to have your cable run through your fairlead, right? Yes, of course you do. So the first step, if I were to do this again, or if I were you watching this video, wanting to know how to do this, if you have the winch and you have the hitch plate, the very first thing that I would do is bolt up the fairlead. Then after I bolt up my fairlead, I would bolt up my winch and run my cable through it and do it that way. You can assemble your handles, but I do believe, looking at the way things were, that will be the very last thing that I do, because I had my handles in this mount down here, but with fairlead on the air here, so I'm going to have to move to this hole here. But we're going to get the control box on and then see if we can understand their wiring schematic for it. So, let me do that and we'll be back. And I don't know what those are for either, but I'm sure we'll find out. Okay. One more time, real quick, let's go over this. If you're doing this style, take your plate without the handles on it, mount it in your hitch. Put your controller box on your winch and make sure you connect your cables, yellow to yellow, red to red, blue to blue. Do all that fun stuff, right? Put your fairlead on before you put your winch on, okay? You can set your winch up here and run your cable through without your hook on. It'll go through there, no problem. Alright, do that and then mount your winch with your 4 mounting bolts, because if you put your wires and everything on, it's a lot easier to get your covers on, your little protection covers. I actually had to unbolt the winch so I could get the blue cover on, because it's a real tight squeeze back there. And then the last thing you want to do assembly wise is put your handles on. Okay? Put your handles on last. You'll be fine. Then you'll be able to see where they can go. Because with my fairlead, I couldn't go on this hole, so it couldn't be wide. Which, maybe that's better. I'm not sure about how we're going to do the cables yet, as far as the ground and the positive that go to the battery. I just don't know. Don't know what kind of system or setup I want to come up with for that. But controller's hooked up. Print out. Right there. Right. That's wired controller. Now, let's go ahead and open it up and see what the wireless controller will do. First, we'll change your battery. Now, they make a couple of different winches. They have that Apex one, which I didn't get. And there are different controllers. So, if you go wireless, there's different controllers. Let's see if we have batteries. Yep, looks like there's batteries in it. You need a remote already. That'll be garbage. And we just have an arrow go line up with the white line. Maybe. Ooh, they might have got the wrong one. Yep. Yeah. Sure enough. Unless they just have the arrow. Let's see. Oh, we got it. That'll work. So, wireless remote works, so we'll be able to stay out of the way. That's the big important part. So, I don't know. I've seen some guys take this and just kind of like mount it up here. It's not really for anything more and some firewood, so yeah, that don't look too bad there. I might see if I got some Velcro and just Velcro that on there. What do you think? Alright. That's enough for this one. I apologize it took so long. And whoever writes the instructions, they must be an engineer. Because the instructions say to put your handles together first and mount them up on there. And then mount your winch, and then your winch says to mount your thing. It's just, it's all wrong. You gotta pay attention, and I just wasn't paying attention because I was excited. So, anyway, there it is. Get you a deep cycle battery. If you're using a studded battery, you'll have to either change the cable ends or do what I did and drill them out. But, hey, we'll see you when we're pulling logs with it. So, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and hopefully this was helpful. If not, oh well. Go dick around. Bye.